Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. If you're a true Lakers fan, you know how much every game, every play, and every moment counts. And last night, oh boy, it was one of those nights that leaves fans talking for days. The Lakers went head-to-head with the Golden State Warriors, but despite a hard-fought battle, they came up short, falling 123 to 116. But what really has everyone buzzing isn't just the loss, it's Luka Doncic's reaction afterward. The Lakers superstar didn't hold back, taking full responsibility for the defeat. But was it really all on him? Or is this a bigger issue that could spell trouble for LA in the long run? Let's break it all down. The matchup was intense from the start. The Warriors, led by the usual brilliance of Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, came out firing on all cylinders. Meanwhile, the Lakers struggled to find their rhythm early on, falling behind quickly. While they showed flashes of brilliance, turnovers and missed opportunities kept them from taking control. The first quarter saw the Warriors jump to an early lead, using their signature ball movement and outside shooting to put the Lakers on their heels. Curry was, as always, a problem, knocking down shots from impossible angles and keeping the Lakers' defense guessing. The Lakers, on the other hand, struggled to find consistency on offense. Doncic, despite his best efforts, couldn't seem to get into a groove, and his shooting woes became more evident as the game progressed. Luka Doncic, who has been the heartbeat of this Lakers squad since arriving in LA, had an off night. Sure, 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists sound like solid numbers on paper, but when you dive deeper, it's clear he wasn't his usual dominant self. Shooting just 6 of 17 from the field. That's not the Luka we know. And he knew it too. After the game, his frustration was evident. That performance was unacceptable. It makes it harder for the team to win, he said in the post-game interview. A brutally honest self-assessment from a player who holds himself to incredibly high standards. But here's the real question. Was this just an off night, or is there a bigger issue lurking beneath the surface? Doncic's shooting efficiency has been a topic of concern all season. Despite his impressive averages of 27.2 points, 8.5 rebounds, and 7.9 assists per game, his field goal percentage sits at just 41.2%, the lowest of his career. Could fatigue be a factor? Is the Lakers' offensive system putting too much weight on his shoulders? Some insiders believe that the constant need for him to create shots out of nothing is wearing him down. And let's not forget, this isn't just any team, this is the Los Angeles Lakers. The expectations are sky high. When LeBron James wore the purple and gold, every performance was scrutinized under a microscope. Now that same pressure is on Doncic. And after a game like this, you have to wonder, is he feeling that pressure a little too much? Lakers fans are divided. Some are applauding Doncic for taking accountability, saying this shows his leadership and commitment to excellence. Others, however, are starting to get concerned. Social media exploded with takes like, Luka is great, but he needs to step up in big games. We can't win a championship if our best player keeps shooting bricks. He's still adjusting. Give him time. Meanwhile, NBA analysts are also weighing in. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith pointed out that Doncic's struggles mirror what we saw from him in past playoff series with Dallas. Great numbers, but inconsistent shooting when it matters most. Could this be a red flag for the Lakers' title hopes? The loss drops the Lakers to the 4th spot in the Western Conference. Not a disastrous position, but with the playoffs approaching, every game matters. And guess what? They don't have time to dwell on this loss. Less than 24 hours later, they're back on the court against the New Orleans Pelicans in a must-win game. The question is, how will Doncic respond? Will he bounce back with a dominant performance? Or will these shooting struggles continue? If the Lakers want to secure a high seed and make a deep playoff run, they need their superstar at his absolute best. And let's talk about the bigger picture. The Lakers roster, as talented as it is, has its flaws. Depth has been a concern all season. While Doncic has been shouldering much of the offensive load, other key players like Anthony Davis and Austin Reeves need to step up more consistently. Davis has had moments of brilliance, but injuries and inconsistency have raised concerns. Reeves, though an exciting young talent, has struggled with efficiency at times. If the Lakers want to contend for a championship, they can't rely on Doncic to carry them every single night. And this is where coaching comes into play. Should Darvin Ham adjust the offensive strategy to alleviate some of the burden on Luka? perhaps implementing more off-ball movement or utilizing other playmakers more effectively. These are questions the coaching staff needs to answer and fast. Another factor to consider is the trade market. With the deadline approaching, should the Lakers make a move to bring in another reliable scorer? Some rumors have linked them to potential trade targets, including veteran shooters who could space the floor and take some of the pressure off Doncic. Would a player like Buddy Hield or Malcolm Brogdon make a difference? Or should the Lakers go after a bigger name? The front office has some serious decisions to make in the coming weeks. Beyond roster concerns, the Lakers also have to consider their chemistry and team morale. A rough stretch of games can create tension in the locker room, especially when expectations are so high. How are the players responding internally to the recent struggles? Are frustrations mounting, or is the team staying united? Reports suggest that team meetings have been held to address recent shortcomings, but only time will tell if those conversations translate to better performances on the court. One interesting aspect to monitor is how Doncic's leadership evolves in this high-pressure environment. As the team's cornerstone, his response to adversity will set the tone for the rest of the squad. Can he rally his teammates and keep spirits high? Or will frustration start to chip away at the Lakers' confidence? The mental aspect of the game is just as crucial as the physical, and Doncic is facing one of the toughest challenges of his career right now. Defensively, the Lakers have struggled against elite shooting teams, and the Warriors exposed those weaknesses yet again. The perimeter defense has been a glaring issue, with opponents regularly finding open looks from beyond the arc. This isn't just a coaching issue, it's an effort issue. The Lakers need to tighten up on that end if they want to compete with the best teams in the league. Anthony Davis had a solid performance, but was it enough? He put up 24 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks, but at times he seemed passive on the offensive end. When Davis is aggressive, attacking the rim and asserting his dominance in the paint, the Lakers are a different team. The problem is, he doesn't always maintain that level of intensity for 4 quarters. The Lakers need him to be a force inside every night, especially in games where Doncic is struggling. Another player under the microscope is D'Angelo Russell. While he contributed 18 points, his shot selection was questionable at times. Russell is a gifted scorer, but he needs to be more efficient and make better decisions with the ball. When he forces shots early in the shot clock or tries to take over when the team needs controlled possessions, it hurts the Lakers' rhythm. The bench unit has been a roller coaster this season. Some nights, they provide a spark and change the momentum of the game. Other nights, they struggle to make an impact. Against the Warriors, they were largely ineffective. The second unit combined for just 22 points, and when the starters rested, the Lakers quickly lost ground. This raises another concern. Do they have enough depth to sustain a deep playoff run? Darvin Ham's coaching decisions also deserve scrutiny. His rotations have been unpredictable at times, and there are questions about whether he's maximizing the team's strengths. Should he experiment with different lineups to generate better spacing? Should he give more minutes to younger players like Max Christie, who brings energy on defense? These are adjustments that could make a significant difference down the stretch. Let's talk about free throws. The Lakers left points at the charity stripe, going just 16 for 24. In close games, free throw shooting can be the difference between winning and losing. This is another area where the team must improve, especially in high-pressure situations. The Lakers' offensive strategy is also a topic of debate. When the team moves the ball and plays with pace, they're difficult to stop. But too often, they fall into isolation-heavy basketball, relying on Doncic or Davis to bail them out with tough shots. The best teams in the league have a structured offensive system that generates high-quality looks. The Lakers need to find a balance between utilizing their stars and keeping the ball moving. Injuries have played a role in the Lakers' struggles, and that cannot be ignored. Players have been in and out of the lineup, disrupting the team's chemistry. The question is, can they finally get healthy at the right time? If so, they have the potential to make a serious run. But if injuries continue to be an issue, their championship hopes could quickly fade. One bright spot for the Lakers has been their ability to fight back in games. Even when they fall behind, they rarely give up. That resilience will be crucial in the postseason, where momentum swings can define a series. However, they need to start games stronger and avoid putting themselves in early deficits. The Lakers' transition defense is another concern. They gave up too many easy buckets in fast break situations against Golden State. Good teams take care of the basketball and get back on defense. If the Lakers want to compete with the elite teams in the West, they must clean up their transition defense. Looking ahead, the Lakers have some winnable games coming up, but they can't take any opponent lightly. Every game matters in the playoff race, and they need to treat each matchup like a must-win. If they don't, they risk sliding further down the standings and facing a tougher first-round opponent. The Western Conference is more competitive than ever. With teams like the Denver Nuggets, Phoenix Suns, and Oklahoma City Thunder all playing at a high level, the Lakers have little margin for error. They need to lock in defensively, execute their game plan, and play with urgency if they want to keep up. A major factor in the Lakers' success moving forward will be their mental toughness. When adversity strikes, how will they respond? Will they stay together as a team, or will frustration start to build? Championship teams have the ability to push through tough stretches and come out stronger on the other side. Meanwhile, the Lakers' upcoming schedule doesn't get any easier. They face a brutal stretch of games against top Western Conference teams, which will serve as a true test of their resilience. Can they hold their ground and build momentum heading into the playoffs, or will they continue to stumble? But now it's time for you to weigh in. Is Doncic being too hard on himself, or is this a real concern for the Lakers moving forward? Do the Lakers need to tweak their system to get the best out of him, or does Luka just need to find his groove again? Should the team explore trades to strengthen their roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear from every single Lakers fan out there. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We'll be back soon with more Lakers news, so stay tuned. See you in the next one.